research suggests that loneliness affects about 1 in 6 people worldwide, with young adults and teens being the most vulnerable, potentially leading to serious health risks equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day.
Evidence leans towards social media having a mixed impact. While some platforms like WhatsApp may reduce isolation through direct communication, passive use on sites like YouTube or Reddit often correlates with higher loneliness levels.
It seems likely that heavy social media use, whether in time spent or frequency of checks, doubles the risk of loneliness in adults, though causality isn't fully clear and could involve a cycle where lonely people turn to online spaces.
Personal stories highlight a paradox where online connections feel superficial, leaving individuals craving deeper, real-world bonds. But quitting social media can sometimes intensify feelings of isolation.
Solutions include prioritizing quality offline interactions, limiting screen time, seeking therapy, and using digital tools mindfully to foster genuine connections, acknowledging that no single approach works for everyone.
In our hyper-connected era, where notifications ping constantly and social feeds overflow with friends, loneliness emerges as a silent epidemic. Studies from 2025, including WHO reports, indicate that despite digital ties, true emotional bonds are waning, leading to widespread isolation. This isn't just a feeling, it's a health crisis with tangible costs.
Global data shows variations. In low-income countries, up to 24% report loneliness versus 11% in wealthier nations. Youth aged 16 to 24 rank highest, with 24% often feeling isolated, per Navida's survey. Social media's role is nuanced, but reducing use by even 30 minutes daily can lower symptoms, as per research.
To combat this, focus on rebuilding connections. Volunteer, join groups, or simply call a friend. Technology can help if used for real engagement, but balance is key. If feelings persist, professional support like therapy offers a compassionate way to address underlying issues. Picture this. It's Friday night. Your phone buzzes endlessly with likes, comments, and DMs. You've got 2,000 followers on Instagram, a group chat that's always popping, and a TikTok feed full of besties living their best lives. Yet, as you scroll through it all, a wave of emptiness hits you. You're surrounded by connections, but feel utterly alone. Sound familiar? If it does, you're not the only one. Today, we're diving deep into the problem of loneliness in our hyper-connected world. We'll explore why having thousands of online friends doesn't always translate to real bonds, unpack the latest 2025 stats, hear some raw personal stories, and, most importantly, talk about how we can fight back. This is gonna be a long one. Grab a coffee, settle in, and let's get real. Because in a world that's more linked than ever, why are so many of us feeling so disconnected? Let's start with a question. Have you ever posted a story about your amazing day when inside you're crumbling? Or refreshed your feed hoping for a meaningful interaction, only to get ghosted? That's the paradox we're unpacking. According to the World Health Organization's 2025 report, loneliness affects 1 in 6 people globally. That's billions of us. And it's not just a bad mood, it's linked to over 871,000 deaths a year. More than 100 every hour. Shocking, right? But hang on, because we're gonna break this down step by step with facts, stories,
and tips to turn things around.
To understand where we are, let's rewind a bit. Humans have always craved connection. It's in our DNA. Think about our ancestors gathering around campfires, sharing stories and survival tips. That face-to-face bond built trust, empathy, and community. Fast forward to the Industrial Revolution. People moved to cities, families scattered, and work became isolating. But nothing compares to the digital age.
The internet exploded in the 90s, promising to shrink the world. Social media kicked off with MySpace in 2003, then Facebook in 2004, and now we're in the era of TikTok and Instagram Reels. By 2025, over 5 billion people are online, spending an average of 6 to 7 hours a day on screens.
Sounds great for staying in touch, right? But here's the twist. As our digital networks grew, our real-world ones shrank. A 2025 study from Oregon State University shows that heavy social media users, those checking apps 100 to 200 times a day, are twice as likely to feel lonely. Why? Because quantity doesn't equal quality. Those quick likes, they're dopamine hits, not deep conversations.
Imagine this scenario. Sarah, a 25-year-old marketer, wakes up to 50 notifications. She likes posts, comments "love this" on a friend's vacation pic, but hasn't had a heart-to-heart in weeks. "I feel like I'm performing my life," she might say. This isn't made up. It's echoed in countless Reddit threads and X posts from 2025, where users confess that quitting social media revealed just how isolated they truly were.
All right, let's hit you with the numbers, because data doesn't lie, and the 2025 updates are eye-opening. The WHO's Commission on Social Connection dropped a bombshell. Loneliness is a defining challenge of our time, affecting people of all ages, but hitting youth hardest. 17 to 21% of 13 to 29-year-olds feel lonely regularly, with teens at 20.9%. In low-income countries, it's 24%, double the 11% in high-income ones. Social isolation? Up to 1 in 3 older adults and 1 in 4 teens.
NIVEA's global study across 13 countries backs this up. 56% feel lonely sometimes, 20% often. Young people 16 to 24, 24% often isolated, the highest group. Countries like Thailand, 69%, and South Africa, 65%, top the list, while Germany and China hover at 47%. And in the US, over 57% of adults report loneliness per WLRN 2025 data.
But wait, is this an epidemic? Not everyone agrees. A Trinity College Dublin report from 2025 says levels in Ireland dropped from 42% during the pandemic to 33% in 2024, suggesting it's not universally worsening. Still, the paradox is clear. We're hyper-connected, yet disconnected. Global population, 16 to 17%, or 1 in 6. Teens, 13 to 17, 20.9%. Young adults, 16 to 29, 17 to 24%. Low-income countries, 24%. High-income countries, 11%. Older adults, up to 33%. U.S. adults, 57%. These stats aren't just numbers. They represent real pain. Loneliness peaks in evenings, 37%, weekends, 31%, and holidays, 33% per Nevia. Vulnerable groups, singles, low-income folks, rural residents, and heavy social media users. Now, let's zoom in on the big player, social media. It's designed to connect us, but does it? A 2025 study from the New York Academy of Sciences analyzed 1,632 UK young adults and found it depends on the app. Passive platforms like YouTube and Reddit, they boost loneliness by encouraging consumption without interaction. Dating apps? Same issue. Swipes without substance. But WhatsApp? It actually lowers loneliness through direct chats. Oregon State's research on 1,500 plus U.S. adults aged 30 to 70 echoes this. Top 25% users, by time or frequency, are over twice as likely to be lonely. Checking apps obsessively? As bad as marathon sessions. Baylor University's 2025 findings add that both active, posting, and passive, scrolling use increase isolation over time.
Why? Social comparison. You see curated, perfect lives and feel inadequate. A PMC, Cross-National Study, 2023, updated insights in 2025, shows more time online correlates with loneliness. B equals 0.12, especially if you're using it to maintain relationships that fall short. Compulsive use and online bullying, they amplify it. But hey, not all bad. Some studies, like one in Nature 2025, suggest active online chatting can reduce isolation for introverts or during lockdowns. BMC Psychology 2024 found social media can ease depression if used mindfully. King's College London confirms it's about quality, not quantity. Think about it. Ever felt FOMO, fear of missing out from a party post? Or ghosted after a promising DM? These micro-rejections add up. Ex-users in 2025 posts describe it as virtual isolation. Feeds full, hearts empty. Loneliness isn't harmless. WHO equates it to smoking 15 cigarettes daily, risking heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and premature death by 32% per Fast Company 2025. Depressed? Twice as likely. Anxiety, self-harm thoughts? Skyrocketing. Physically, elevated cortisol weakens immunity. Mentally, chronic stress, cognitive decline. Economically, lonely teens scored 22% lower grades. Adults lose productivity, costing billions. APA's 2025 poll, 61% of stressed by division folks feel isolated. Fast Company notes it doubles depression risk, fuels suicide ideation. In extreme environments like Antarctic research, Penn Medicine 2025, isolation alters brains, but it's reversible with connections. Loneliness isn't one size fits all. In collectivist cultures like India or Nigeria, family buffers it, but urbanization erodes that. Individualistic spots like the US emphasize self-reliance, worsening isolation. Generations. Gen Z leads, per Gallup, 3 in 10 feel lonely sometime. Why? Born digital, they miss analog bonds. Boomers? Aging alone, 1 in 3 isolated. Millennials? Workaholics in nuclear families. X posts highlight Nuclear families plus social media equals modern depression route. Cultural stigma? In Japan, 47% shame prevents help seeking.
Good news, we can fight this. WHO's roadmap, policy changes, research, interventions, their Not Alone campaign? Simple acts like smiling at strangers or calling family.
Personal tips. Limit screens. Iowa State experiment, 30 minutes less daily cuts loneliness. Quality over quantity. Use WhatsApp for real talks, not passive scrolls. Offline actions. Join clubs. Volunteer. Walk meetings. Therapy. Acceptance and commitment therapy helps, per Psychology Today 2025. Help others. Happify truths. Acknowledge feelings. Seek safe people.
Looking ahead, AI companions like chatbots offer comfort, but can't replace humans. VR meetups, promising for remote bonds, but vigilance needed. Don't let tech deepen divides. By 2030, predictions: if we prioritize real connections, loneliness could drop. Start small. Put down the phone. Look up. You're not alone. Let's connect.